House Armed Services Committee hearing on Thursday, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth was asked if he would follow a judge's order on this issue. Here's that exchange with Congressman Ro Khanna.
Let me ask you this, two simple questions. You got 30 seconds. I'm not trying to trick you. I think it would assure the American people. Because it shouldn't be Ro Khanna's view of the Constitution, and it shouldn't be Secretary Hegseth's. It should be the Supreme Court and the federal courts. Can you assure the American people on two things? You will respect any Supreme Court decision on this matter about whether the Marines are constitutional, and you will respect the district courts when they rule before the Supreme Court rules.
What I can say is we should not have local judges determining foreign policy or national security policy for the country.
So you're not willing to say you would respect those decisions?
What I'm saying is local district judges shouldn't make foreign policy for the United States.
Foreign policy? What? We're talking about California. How is an order to send troops to California an example of a foreign policy decision? Someone check on the defense secretary and make sure he's not drunk again. After the troop deployment, the Pentagon spokesperson, Sean Parnell, referenced numbers showing that more U.S. troops are now in Los Angeles than in Iraq or Syria. Parnell posted, quote, "This is exactly what the American people voted for, defense of our people and our homeland." Not exactly. The people voted to end wars, not to bring wars home. Also, Parnell's point is further weakened by the increasing prospects of war with Iran now. Meanwhile, the Department of Homeland Security, which is overseeing the mass deportation raids, is once again resorting to thuggish attacks against political opponents. DHS Secretary Kristi Noem was conducting a press conference about ICE operations in California when the state's Senator Alex Padilla attempted to ask her a question. But he was immediately swarmed by federal agents, shoved out of the room, thrown to the ground, and handcuffed. A number of Trump allies have attempted to justify the treatment of the senator by accusing Padilla of, quote, lunging at the secretary. DHS spokesperson and notorious liar Tricia McLaughlin claimed, quote, Senator Padilla chose disrespectful political theater and interrupted a live press conference without identifying himself or having his Senate security pin on as he lunged towards Secretary Noem. McLaughlin is the same person who accused Congresswoman LaMonica McIver of, quote, body slamming ICE agents, despite video of that incident also plainly disproving her claim. Although McIver has since been charged with assaulting law enforcement officers, charges brought by Trump's former personal attorney, Alina Habba, who is now a prosecutor in New Jersey. Democratic lawmakers spoke out against the treatment of one of their colleagues, some more effectively than others. Here was New Mexico Senator Ben Ray Lujan.
This is ridiculous. I'd use some other language, but I'd probably get tossed off the floor right now. Growing up on a small farm and cleaning a barn, my dad taught me how to take a shovel to all the stuff that came out of the animals. You know what that's called. I know what it's called. And some of the animals that did that were males. They were bulls. And the stuff that came out of them has a few names to it. I'll call it manure today.
I don't even remember what we were talking about. This is our opposition party. Doesn't inspire confidence. One last bit of troubling news coming out of the upper chamber, where Republican Senator Josh Hawley is using the protests in Los Angeles to investigate domestic political organizations like the Party for Socialism and Liberation. In a letter sent to the group's San Francisco chapter, Hawley demanded PSL preserve all internal communications, financial documents, travel records, and donor lists. He also threatened the group with criminal prosecution if it doesn't comply. And Hawley sent a similar letter to a left-wing local nonprofit that aids immigrants called the Coalition for Humane Immigrant Rights. So Republicans are exploiting dissent against the president's mass deportations in order to justify a military and law enforcement crackdown against political enemies. Grim. Hey, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of our new videos. Also, if you want to see Means Morning News in its complete form, not just the clips we post here, head on over to Means TV and get access to all our new episodes and our entire backlog, plus tons of other great movies and original TV shows.